Hi, everyone. Dr. Vaughn. I've got some questions that have come in through email, and I wanted to try to address these issues. I think they might be useful for everyone. And so first, we're looking at the data sheet for the discussion forum for this week, for week one. And I'm going to show you how to use the data analysis tool pack to run descriptive statistics on these data. Now, you can only run it on the quantitative data, so the full-time enrollment, the students per faculty, tuition, foreign tuition, age, foreign percent, and maybe the starting salary. Well, you need to make sure you have the data analysis tool pack installed. So I have the data analysis tool pack and the solver. Notice I'm here under the data tab. But if you don't have this installed, go to File, and then the more or options. Let's see, where is it? File, more, options, and under options, go to add-ins, and then manage Excel add-ins, go, and make sure you've checked the boxes for the analysis tool pack. And you can add the solver now, or you could add it later. You don't really need it right now. So the analysis tool pack, and then press OK. And once you do that, that data analysis tool pack is going to show up under the data tab over here. Now, the next thing that I want to do is click on the data analysis tool pack and open it up. And I want to scroll through this list and find descriptive statistics and make sure that it's highlighted, and then press OK. Now, there's some things that you need to fill in here. When you first open it up, this is going to be blank. So you want to click on the box for the input range. And now I'm going to input the cells in columns that have the data that I want to run descriptive statistics on. So I'm going to start with the labels, the full-time enrollment, and I'm going to go over, stopping when I get to the qualitative variable, just the quantitative. I grabbed the labels and then all of the data by clicking and dragging. So now I've boxed all of those quantitative data, which is B1 up through G26. I'm also going to make sure that I check this box because I did grab the labels, so labels in the first row. And then I'm going to make sure that I check this box for the summary statistics. This will give me all of the descriptive statistics: mean, median, mode, kurtosis, standard deviation, variance, etc., the range. And then you need to check where you want the output to go. You can put it in a whole new spreadsheet. You can put it on a new page within this workbook. Or what I like to do is just put it somewhere here on the page. So check this box for the output range. Then click inside the box. So you see that little blinking cursor here, and then click on the cell where you want the output to go. And I would put it down here at the bottom somewhere, like maybe here, A29. All right, once I have all of that, then I'm just going to press OK. And now I get this table, and it shows the mean, standard error, median, mode, etc. for the full-time enrollment, the students per faculty, the local tuition. It's repeating the labels over and over and over again, because usually you'd only do one of these variables at a time. You can also make these a little wider if you can't read them very well by going up to the column headings. And I probably need to change the view setting that I'm on. But I could, make these wider. But, in each case, this is the mean, the mean, the mean, the mean, the mean, the mean. And the variable title is above the word mean. So the full-time enrollment here, it says mean, but the number itself is over here. Students for faculty, this is its mean, 8.48. So you can just kind of track these across, or you could actually fix the spacing on the column headers, which is probably just a view option that I need to change with the showing the headers that has the columns. So once I show the headers that has the columns, then I can actually make these a little bit wider. And so now you're going to see those kind of headers that track over more with the actual column that has the title of the kind of descriptive statistics. So this mean is a measure of central tendency. The standard error is a measure of how spread out the data are. The median is a measure of central tendency. It's not affected by skew. The mode is the most frequent value. Standard deviation is the square root of the variance. It's, again, a measure of how spread out you are. And the sample variance. Kurtosis is a measure of how quickly it rises up in the distribution. You don't need to know too much about that right now. Skewness is, again, how symmetric it is, whether it's kind of tilted or has a long tail on one side. Range is how wide it is. Min and max, of course, are common sense. And then the sum and how many items there are. So we have these descriptive statistics. You start seeing stuff like NA or 6E, that's scientific notation. What you might want to do is make sure that you make these wider. The mode NA does not exist. If you see something that has pound, 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 that just means that the number is too big to display. You just need to make the column wider in order to look at it. So I hope that this gives you the data analysis portion, and then you just need to write the narrative for your discussion forum about what all these numbers mean. By the way, you notice we skipped one of these because we didn't put the salary in there. So I could now run Data Analysis Toolpack again. Okay, let me go to Data, Data Analysis Toolpack, Descriptive Statistics. This time I'm going to change the input range to being just the starting salary. And now I'm going to put the output, not where it was before, but I'm going to put the output over here at the edge after the age and after the foreign. I'm going to put it right here starting in cell M29 and then click OK. And now it's going to add that descriptive statistics for that last quantitative variable, starting salary, onto all the other ones that it did all at the same time. So you can do these one at a time, or you can do them all together when they're next to each other. You just can't include these qualitative variables like the yes, no responses in columns H, I, and J. All right, I hope that this was helpful. The next thing that I wanted to look at is in Cengage Mindtap. So if you go into Cengage Mindtap, and I think you can either go in through week 1 in the assignment, and it describes to you the different kinds of, I would watch this video, by the way, if I were you, 4 minutes and 42 seconds. It really walks through all of the things that you need to do. You need to have this analysis tool pack. I just kind of talked about that. And I think that you're going to also want to put in this Excel minor analysis tool pack. When I met on Zoom with a couple of students the first day, I was thinking that it's like an either or. You want this or you need that. But now I think you need both of these. Now, we're only using this one right now, but I think you want to install both. And then once you get into Cengage Mindtap, it tells you in the video, it tells you here in print that what you need to do for this one assignment in your gradebook is you need to do the activities that are marked with a red dot in Cengage that correspond to these 3 sections: videos and practice, exploring statistics, and review and assignments in each of the chapters that make up the week. So we have 3 chapters, and so there's going to be 3 sections to do in each of the 3 chapters. Let me show you what it looks like. If you go back into modules, and I think the easiest way is to scroll all the way to the bottom where it says week 1, Mindtap Descriptive Statistics, and launch it into a separate window. So I can switch now back and forth between Cengage Mindtap and our Canvas course shell. So in Cengage Mindtap, here's week 1. And if I go to chapter 1, then there is this section within each one of these sections, 1.1, there's practice. And this has no red dot, so it's not a required assignment. Statistical, descriptive statistics. Okay, no red dot here. And I go down to chapter 1, review and assignments, and then here's my chapter 1 assignment. I'm not seeing any of the red dots right now, maybe because I've already completed them. So let's take a look at chapter 2. Now you're starting to see in some of these chapters, like 2.3, practice, exploring statistics, activities, and here's the assignments. Again, I think maybe it's because I'm logged in as the instructor, but it's not showing these in the same view that you're going to see in the student view. But you're going to want to go through and make sure you do all 3 of those sections in each one of these chapters. Okay, the activities, the exploring statistics, and then the review and assignments. There's 3 parts in each chapter. So you're going to actually have multiple problems that you're going to have to do in Cengage Mindtap. At the end of the week, all of those things in Cengage Mindtap is going to show up in your gradebook that I have access to as an overall how you did this week on all of those assignments, those activities. And then I'll translate that into the points that go into your Canvas gradebook. It's not just one of these, it's all of them. I also heard a report from someone who's having difficulty with one of these workbooks that's in here, and please send that stuff to me. I'll try to get it figured out. I had to do an upgrade to Microsoft Word just this evening. My Excel just all of a sudden stopped working. So you may want to make sure your Excel is up to date. I had to reinstall it. Make sure you have the correct license on there. And actually, that worked for me. I didn't even have to reboot my computer. I just kind of cleaned out the cache, updated my Word. It took about 30 minutes, and now it's up and running once again. All right. Well, I hope this has been helpful. Again, I look forward to talking to you some more, and have a great day.